Are we on? Why did we're on. Dang it, I hope this doesn't make 2 videos on my YouTube. That would be really annoying. All right, so we should be good here. Are we live? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Let me refresh on my stream to make sure we're okay. Yep. We're good. We're back. We are back. Hit refresh. Guess if you haven't hit refresh, you won't be able to hear me say refresh. Am I signing up avian cam for Dodd? No. So we're moving on. Oh my goodness, knocking things over here. Moving on to game 5. We will continue to plow ahead into the late night hours of February 13th into February 14th. So game 5, we will see. Shelty so far is actually... What do you know what? Shelty has changed. I just noticed this. Shelty has changed his god every game so far, but he finally got his first win with Oranos. You're right, Raider. They're probably gonna be going after my grandkids and then tomorrow. So will Shelty change his god again in game 5, or will he stay as Oranos? I think he stays as Oranos. I mean, he got his first win with Oranos. How can you stop? So game 5. Alrighty, so the map is Oasis, and Shelty spawning on the left is Oranos. And Joe spawning on the right has switched back to Set. He will probably be using Vision shortly here to figure out where he should go. Nope, he's not. Alrighty, this is interesting. Oranos versus Set. This is actually a pretty poor map for Set because there's not a whole lot you can get out of your map control. Oasis having some pretty low hunt. You're not going to get much advantage getting control of the map. Let's make sure. Is the stream okay? Everybody okay to hear and everything? Stream Elements is telling me I'm live. Thank you. I know I'm live. Man, so we got very important. There is a second hunt for giraffe. That's about as big as your second hunt will get. So Shelty, what he needs to do is go down to his forward hunt as soon as he can, because he knows that he's, with it being for zebra or for giraffe, he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to stay on it. If he see, I would have sent this villager down here and this villager down here, and then started moving that to wood and the next to gold. Because I did see that Joe is sending his priest up here to convert giraffe. That's important. I mean, when you have a lower hunt map like this, now you don't have elephants to send to the other side of the map. You got giraffe. So now every giraffe is about a 550 food swing, which that's important when there's not a lot of hunt on the map to begin with. So the other thing to look at here are goats, and to see who all gets what goats. And Shelty now is moving to the giraffe. No, children do not always do as they're told. The reason I started streaming so late is because Cam was not doing as I was telling him, and he kept getting out of bed. Okay, so Joe has escaped with... What is he doing? Joe might get 2 giraffe here, which that's pretty important. He's... he will. He's gonna get... Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, he had a... That's alright if he had a grammar mistake. Oh, he blindly is targeting the right giraffe. And he gets it right before the conversion is done. That is huge, actually. If he escapes with that other... Man. Just luck, because that giraffe was about to convert. I mean, I could, I guess, go back and do the math and see how long he had to convert that giraffe, but it was pretty close. So now, yeah, now he's just going to do some hunt harass and try to at least make him... No, you cannot hear the wall sound is from the priest, not the giraffe. So if he doesn't have the priest in line of sight, he won't hear it. And he's going to be advancing 430, it looks like. About 435. Just he's about to take an exam. This guy, first time I've seen him in stream chat, but he's a nice dude. I like it. Looking out for you. Okay, he did just find his hunt there. But by the time the Oranos starts putting pressure, this will already be back in the base. I would have liked to have seen Joe get an early monument. One thing you can do is set that's kind of been buffed in the Voobly balance patches, using the Pharaoh to train hunt animals, which you could always do that. Like the Pharaoh can, for example, spawn gazelle for some strange reason. But in the patch, it's a little bit cheaper, so he can spawn gazelle cheaper. So I would have made it, because without favor, he can't do it, because it costs favor. So Hannibal Barca subscribed for 3 months in a row. Look at this guy. He can barely even catch my streams, and he still subscribes to me. I appreciate the subscription, and so does my wife, because she thinks this whole thing is dumb. But I guess if I can tell her at least there's some sort of monetary benefit, even if it's only a few bucks, at least I can, you know, say, oh, honey, I'm making money doing it. But anyway. We have an advance. Shelty is advanced and he is doing probably double counter barracks. No, he does have a military barracks. Okay, so Joe is using vision. He's trying to shift goats. Best he can get is 3. Oh, is he even gonna bite on the 3 goats? No. So no shift. So that just a good point. I was going to mention it earlier, but I didn't ever get a chance to. Oh, he might be able to get all these. Yeah, he can get 6 right here. I would shift this. Oh, he missed it. He missed the opportunity. Oh, man. Yeah, I would have done, I mean, 6 goats might not seem like much, but on Oasis, that's pretty significant. Anyway, while we were talking about all the shifting sands nonsense, Shelty has gotten a 2nd town center. I guess he's set, so that's what he's got to do, but... Yeah, he had the opportunity to get that shift, too. I don't know why he didn't take it. That's 6... That's a... I mean, by the time they start fattening, I mean, that's 160 fat food already. So 6 times 150. Math is my friend. 300. What is it? About 900. A little bit more. Oh, this is a good shift here, though. 1 vil down. He should... as long as he keeps moving... 2 vils! Oh. This was a huge mistake for Shelty not to have a manor next to these villagers. Huge. 6 villagers down, just like that. That's gigantic. I mean, sure, yeah, he's going to clean this up, but this is well worth for Joe. Essentially the equivalent of 6 non-Atlantean villagers dead just like that. But yeah, I don't understand, and I see it quite often. I guess he didn't. No, he made a house here at some point. But whenever you're Atlantean and you've got your villagers forward early on in the game, or even late in the game too, and they're in a precarious spot, just put a manor down next to them, even if it means you have to delete a manor somewhere else and rebuild it there. Like, just him building that manor here, instead of the manor next to the berries, the manor here, he would not have lost it. He might get a little bit of a... See, I would almost use a shockwave there, but 2 vills, not bad. So he's countered. He's got 2 vills back. A little bit, getting a little cute here with the... I'd appreciate the follow, though. I don't know if I mentioned that. Do appreciate the follow. Yeah, my wife, not exactly a gamer. We used to play like Mario Kart together long ago. Okay, this is a good fight here. Joe's a little bit opposition with his slingers. Cheesy Gordita. I like it. It's also followed. Nice wall. This is a good wall. Except it doesn't quite connect. Oh man. Oh man. Great wall, but it didn't finish. So now he can finish all these slingers here. Oh. Too bad. So, I'll touch on this slightly. Slingers do okay against Terma, but not out in the open. Because Terma can run circles around them, you gotta keep your slingers close to your base. And here, when on the first attack, was a little bit not close enough. Boy, he needs to. This is a little bit. Why is he saving his shockwave? Shockwave now. There we go. Because that's the power. That's the power of the shockwave. That shockwave has killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slingers, which is essentially the whole army. Mainly because he has his slingers out here fighting a battle that he doesn't even need to fight. Like, why are they here? And I know it's like, almost seems like it's like nitpicking, but there's no reason for them to be right here where my cursor is, which is where they were in the first fight. So he lost a few slingers right away, then they continue to just move here. But they're really not defending anything here. Like, the thing to defend is right here. Is wood, which now he's got his, well, now his slingers are inside the town center, but his slingers just need to be right here, right next to the town center. So even though Joe got that early shift, all these deaths on his slinger have kind of balanced it out a little bit. Joe's still doing it better than what he could be in this situation. Like, this is a decent map for... Yeah, so now Shelty needs to get out of here now. The slingers have reached the point where they win this fight. So yeah, you can get out. But yeah, as Egyptian in classical age, if you're doing your 2 town center turtle boom, whatever cancer you're doing, I don't know why he fought that when he could have just kept running, but whatever. You anyway. So when you're just doing your 2 town centers, sit in your base and boom. This actually turned out pretty well for Shelty just because he didn't run back down here along the edge. But, well, I guess he couldn't. Only place to get out is there. But you don't take fights that you don't have to. Because they don't get you anything. You're just defending. All you're doing is defending until you can get to age 3. So anytime you get out and you get caught, you made a mistake. Okay, so Shelty is doing 1 town center, 2 town center, getting his town centers. I kind of question whether he'd have the food to support that. Oh, I can't check his. Joe has almost nothing. Shelty has 200 resources. So I guess he can support, because he's got all these goats. He can, at least for now, until he has to make all his farms. So Shelty probably should have grabbed his town centers a little bit sooner. The problem was he was stalled because he lost those 2 citizens down there. So now comes the moment of truth here. Can he hold this town center? Look at all these villagers. I don't think Shelty has the army right now. Because he lost all of his troops down here, I don't think he has the army to hold this push. Because the villagers can just kind of come and be mindless. Look at this woman. Mindless meat shield. She's heading out with them. There she goes. You valiant woman. Alrighty, so yeah, that's see, if Shelty would not have lost his 2 citizens here and would not have ended up losing his army back here, he would probably have kept him off the gold mine and it would have been the game at that point. But it's not like it's the game now. Shelty at 3 town centers will be able to outboom Joe. Joe has a very, very slow, he's going to have a very slow age up. And this is where it would have helped if he would have gotten his monument out sooner. He could have been eating gazelle for a while, but he's really 6 build on that. Okay, this is a good fight. Shelty food right now. Oh man, I can't check. What is he doing with these units? He's got 90, but I think he's keeping Vil production. Yeah, this is a good fight for Shelty again. I don't know. Joe needed to wall this. He had time to wall. Your problem comes in when the Murmillo able to come running up to your slinger. And a wall would prevent that. So now Joe's kind of, it's kind of almost like the secondary push. Ooh, nice shockwave too. And these slingers running in melee range. That happens when you shift click, and you shift click on a unit that dies before the slinger targets them. So then the slingers move to where the unit was. So this was a nice fight for Shelty. Now Joe realizes, oh dang it, I need a wall here. So he's putting up a wall now. But it's a little bit too late. Shelty attacking the wall is kind of giving Joe free reign to kill all his Murmillo. Pay attention! Oh, no, keep your Murmillo back. Now is the time to keep your Murmillo back. Okay, there you go. Now you're doing alright. Now these axemen have... Look at them, they're trying to run back and they can't. And neatly through this wall that's still here. The hole in the wall that's still here. There's a book about a hole in the wall or something. Yes, Shelty does need Prometheans. This whiz is like reading my mind. I was thinking that the Promethean would be helpful here. Yeah, Prometheans. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't. Shelty probably has plenty of favor. He's got 100 favor! You could have full-on Prometheans right here. Again, here, Shelty, or Joe fighting fights he need not fight. No need to go down here. The only reason to go down there would be to finish this wall, which is not finished yet. So now that Shelty is at 3 town centers, Joe's still at 2, and Shelty is just flooding units in here. I'm anticipating a Shelty victory. That is my anticipation. Because he's now at this point recovered from the early 2 citizen loss, just by all this aggression that he's put on the put on Joe. And in fact, it'd almost be worth it for Shelty to move a villager forward and wall this town center off. That's what I would do. Of course, I'm also watching the game and have like perfect view of the map. Where are these vills going? The heck? What is he doing? Is he gonna attack this town center? I like it. I like that. He is. This is a bold move. I think he'll kill it. No. Oh, he'll kill it. But at what expense? This is intense here. He should be repairing his town center, though. There you go. Yeah, if he would have walled this right there. Well, he doesn't have enough heroes, though. Like, this is where not having Prometheans is really hurting him. He might not win this fight. Because he doesn't have enough units to tank damage. Here comes all these guys that were just like gathering right here on the edge. Man, he needs Promethean so badly. This is an interesting like attack from Joe. I'd say so far it's been worth. But as reinforcements are starting to dwindle, I don't know if he'll be able to hold it. He's only at 100. Look at his wood count. Holy cow. He doesn't even have the second gold upgrade either. This Joe kind of playing like he's raw right now, thinking he's got upgraded units. Yeah, he needs Prometheans here. I mean, the Pharaoh. Here comes the Promethean. Look at him. He has emerged out of the ground to come fight. Yeah, they just do... Proms are just solid units. Yeah, you're right. Those are my kind of levels of wood. I tend to get that kind of stuff in my game. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm not playing it as final, and I'm just casting it instead. Okay, that is really a lot of forward momentum to kill this Pharaoh. Look at, see, even the little baby Prometheans. Look at him. It's going all ham on this slinger here. This is an interesting fight. Like, this is definitely really helped Joe, even though he's losing units and losing villagers. Okay, you got a Promethean, or you made this Murmillo hero to get this Wadget. I'd have to say though, like all these villagers building this town center now is kind of a waste of time. They need to be gathering like resources or like building more buildings. Something tells me Shelty is not at full pop. Yeah, see, like if he had more infantry buildings up here, we got another wave of villagers coming in. I love it. This Joe is going crazy. Yeah, these villagers, just 5 villagers, might as well be idle. Okay. See, now Joe is going for the 4 town center here. Okay, Shelty just aged up. Yeah, Chaos. It's Hyperion's a good idea. He wants to stop this town center. See, this is where him not walling here might allow Shelty to build that town center. Maybe. Does he have the cheaper... I would have saved, knowing that this town center is about to get taken, I would have saved Shockwave for here, but it looks like he might not need it. Okay, so now we have like this. See, just see how this is where the Promethean they tank so much damage. All right, yeah, this is a good fight a very good fight for the Shelty Master here. Just maybe a little bit of there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. So the problem now, though, even Joe is kind of taking control, at least of this top half of the map. He did lose quite a few villagers. He's probably not aging up anytime soon. No, not aging up. And probably is at not a great villager count. Yeah, 64. He was at max there briefly, now he's down to 64. I'm not sure, well, satyrs, however you say those guys' names, they do really well against barracks units. So that's why he went Hyperion. This wall was still never finished. I mean, the chaos on barracks units, not really so great, but it's the satyrs damage that you're looking for, is splash damage on the closely packed military units. Yeah, finish your wall, bro. Okay, going down here to get that. Yeah, no priest. Okay, he's gonna get a destroyer out. I'm kind of surprised that, like, Shelty, when this town center went down, that he didn't just... What he should have done. Again, it's easy to say this because I'm sitting here on my chair watching this recorded game. He should have, once this town center went down, just sent those villagers, gathered, and then built this town center instead. But he didn't, that's alright. So yeah, these, let's watch these satyr just blow up these slingers. Well, not so great, but I was kind of expecting something a little more phenomenal there. But still, these satyrs with a destroyer push will allow Shelty to get this. How is he doing for pop? He is popped out, so he actually needs to turn off his auto queue and all this and get his more destroyers here. What's the score? Is it showing up for you guys? It is 3-1. So Shelty fighting for his life here. Ooh, a little bit of an Axeman raid down here. But this guy, the satyr alone, will clean all this up. You've kind of been missing a juicy game here. Okay, he should run back here. Yeah. As long as he can kill the Pharaoh, though. Like, how much HP does this Pharaoh have? There you go. Like, now these satyr, you almost could just have him tank all this right here. Oh, he's going forward. He wanted to stop this. Why is Shelty fighting this? And now we have Tart. Throw it right here. Right here. I want to cast it right there. This is where I want it. Yes! I was right there. Right where I wanted it to be. Really going to put a crimp in Joe's economy. So we did have Ancestors cast up here to push the destroyers back, but Joe's economy is going to be in pretty much shambles at this point. He has no gold. This is really going to kill a whole lot more. Does he? He does have Masons. That is good. Extra hit points. I like it. I do like it. And yeah, so he's not going to be able to hold up here because he's not going to have the economy to hold. He has no gold to... that was a really good Lampades special on this Scorpion man too. No, he should give him room so he would go this way. Well, now he's going to have to fight. No, he still went this way. Scorpion man is mad at Joe. Ooh, now he chaos the slinger. I like it. Alright, what's going on up here, man? These villagers, there used to be more. They seem to be dying. Alright, so Shelty... This game got a little bit interesting there when this town center went down, and then Joe took it. But Shelty's going to emerge as the winner here as well. So he's going to push it to 3-2. This keeps on going. Uh-oh! It's 12 o'clock. And now with Tuesday, February 14th being Valentine's Day, I am 31 years old. You guys can feel free to send me gifts. Yeah, nice game here. I enjoyed this one. Mass migration. From the gold mine to, well, I guess this gold mine? This still going. Yes, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Happy birthday to me. You guys want to record yourself singing happy birthday and like send it to me? I'd appreciate that. Maybe you guys could all like get 4 of y'all together and do a nice little barbershop quartet. Yeah, you know what sucks though about my birthday being on Valentine's Day? It's like most times when normal person has their birthday, you know, they're spoiled non-stop. It's their day. It's Valentine's Day, so I have to do stuff for my wife on my birthday. Sucks. Ooh, tornado. That tornado is really gonna turn the game around. Like he could tornado a town center and kill it. Yeah, this game's over. Boy, he really made a long walk down here. The one problem Shelty is kind of doing is, I mean, when you can, is you wall crap off. Like, he could wall this off and block him from gold, but he didn't. So now Joe does have gold again, and he actually is pushing him back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think taking it was okay. This was not okay, though. He shouldn't have taken this town center here. That cost him quite a bit when he lost all those villagers down there trying to build it. You see, the problem now what Shelty's doing is he's now becoming a little bit too overly focused up here. That's not really going to matter, but like the death blow now would be to push Joe off of gold. I mean, this is alright, I guess, if he wants to kill all this. Joe still does have tornado. Yeah, these destroyers should be able to finish this off. Kind of don't see the point in the Arcus right now, considering it's pretty much a purely slinger army. Don't really need the Arcus, but that's alright. So Joe back down to just 2 town centers, Shelty at 3. Now he's building a wall. It'd be nice to have him build kind of a little bit of a proxy base over here, get some barracks and counter barracks and such. How are we doing for armory upgrades? Just the Pierce? He has just the Pierce as well. I think he will push back. The problem, Shelty's army doesn't really have much like unit damage. Destroyers don't do a whole lot against units. And his Arcus will die to all these slingers, so... Well, we do have a few fanatics. These guys are beastly. Yeah, but he's still gonna have to go back for now. Might not even be able to hold this. Like, I don't know. This game. Joe's got a good, except for his wood. Joe's actually got good ecotechs. Shelty's got almost all of them too, and he does have a trade route coming, but he does not yet have his caravan upgrade. He's also got, like, I don't know what is with his trade route, why it's from this to here and not from up here down to here. I mean, usually the longer the trade route the better, I'm just saying. Okay, we got chaos down here. Not really, I don't know. So chaos, the god power for Atlanteans, will cause 4 military units, human soldiers, whoops, and 1 myth unit become chaosed. I'd kind of save it when you can actually get a myth unit. Well, interesting note, did Joe... Oh, here's the tornado. I mean, I don't have much comment about it other than it sucks. Alright, moving on. You'll be back when you're done with homework. Okay, just when in doubt, the answer is C. Yes, that is the best feeling. 4 elephants and a scorpion, man. But I don't know, if someone could explain this tornado to me, I don't really see the point in just killing units. Shelty also still being a little bit greedy here. Needs to he should forward build more military building. And again, he's making the same mistake he made earlier. So delete a manor back here. Delete one of these two. Put it right here. Not really, you know, might not be a big deal, but save your army. Okay, this game is kind of dragging on a little bit here. I guess okay. I don't like these Arcus though. I don't understand the Arcus. I don't also understand why he spent 800 resources on flaming weapons. Like, I think people must think it's a good technology. For Arcus, it does nothing. Instead of doing like half a damage to buildings, they do 2. He spent 800 resources for that? So that I don't think people understand what that technology actually does. I mean, I guess that has to be. Why else would he have gotten it? Alright, alright. Alright. Alright.
Into you. Gary.
Like, actually, I feel like a few Contarius would actually be helpful here. People kind of don't. I don't think people use Contarius as much as they should. They're actually pretty decent units. And at least now he should have the food to be able to support them. I mean, he's this trade route is still frustrating me. It still doesn't even have the speed upgrade for his caravans. At least Joe has it. No, he doesn't. I thought he did. I would like to see him forward build a little bit more. So it's great that he's, you know, so the problem is when you got your units flooding from your base, is for as long as they aren't fighting, they might as well not exist. Like, just build buildings here and oh, flaming pitch? Is it working? No. I can't believe he spent 800 resources on flaming pitch. Or burning arrows, or whatever they call it in this game. What do they call it? Burning pitch. I even had it wrong both times. Yeah, Contarius, pretty decent units. I like how this catapult is like going as close as it can before it starts shooting at this town center. Okay. Okay, you got it. Yeah, it's like, see, just this lack of forward building is really hurting him. I mean, he's still making units from his base. I think Shelty maybe got a little bit, like, lazy here, thinking that, I got 4 town centers, Joe's economy is losing villagers like crazy, I can just be lazy here, but he's kind of throwing his advantage away with a poor unit combination and a lack of forward building. Yeah. Yeah, like he could have the Pierce armor upgrade. You're right. Oh well. You know what they say. I don't know what they say, but he's going to lose this town center because of this awful unit composition and his lack of forward building. Ooh, chaos. He used chaos again on just a few chariots. Chaos does not work on siege weapons. Oh, we have a Contarius sighting. Oh, look at him down here. Hindsight is nice, but I feel like that isn't even in this case really hindsight. Like, there's no reason to get burning pitch. There's no reason to really even be making Arcus right here. I mean, maybe a little bit. Like 5 to kill Axemen when they show up. But, okay, he's got to run. But yeah, get yourself some Pierce armor upgrades. How is he doing for... Joe has almost no resources. Shelty has some. But he's at full pop. But see, he doesn't look like he's at full pop because half of his army is walking up here. Joe, though, might be in a bit of trouble now. Stop falling down. Because his villagers aren't mining gold anymore. He still does have this mine, I guess. I don't know. See, if I were, I would just... Some Arcus is alright, because at least they do decent damage, but he needs some Cantarius. Look at these two ladies here. Get me out of here. Alright, so now... I'm yawning. Yeah, even Satyr. Yeah, Satyr would still be good. But yeah, it'd be nice to see more Fanatic, but he's too busy making Arcus to make fortresses, so he doesn't have the wood for it. But alright, so now the danger is over and Shelty has stabilized. I don't think there's much Joe will be able to do now. But he gave it a good effort. Pretty nice game here. Made it drag on so that I'm gonna have to stay up even later. But yeah, now it's just a slow push, and Shelty is slowly tightening the noose. Getting a fortress right next to Joe is trading. Trader out here. Shelty still does not have the Mythic Age caravan upgrade. I mean, just look how many caravans he's got. One, because his trade route sucks. Two, because he doesn't have the technology that he needs. He still has the relic. Yeah, I did like how he picked that up at 34 minutes in the game to get cheaper Titans. But anyway, looks like Joe is about to call. He's making some little proxy Siege workshop here. But that's about it. Look at these guys, like they're gonna save the world. He doesn't even have the trade caravan. You know, it's actually quite amazing how often people forget to get that Mythic Age caravan relic, or not relic, caravan tech. The movement speed with channels and well, I think it's I don't know. He even did use it to research it. I don't know what it is. Man, this Joe going down with a fight. The reason his score is so good is because his kill death ratio has to be pretty good, and the fact that like when you're fighting with Vills, the enemy doesn't get much score for killing villagers because they're only 50 food. Whereas if they kill a Terma, you get a lot more points for that. But man, the Titan. Shelty's still running army from his base. He's probably got like 100 caravans now. Doesn't have upgraded siege. He's getting his own Titan. Wait, is this game really going to end with Titans? Is he really going to build it there? Yes. Yes, the answer would be yes. Like, I mean, he's just playing this so lazily, Shelty is. Doesn't even have his last farm upgrade. He's finally getting some armory upgrades. Okay, you can finish this town center off with like 3 attacks with the fire siphon. There you go. There you go. Uh-oh, the villagers see it. 1, 2. Okay, I'll take a little bit more. 3, 4. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. One last one. Oh, one more. That's got it. Yeah, he has way too much pop in caravans. Way. Oh, man. I got 24. He's probably got about 35 in caravans. And it's not like he really has a ton of gold, but that's because his caravan trade route is so bad. And he doesn't have the technology. But anyway, I could probably repeat that several times. But I do like this caravan route right here. This is awesome. Look at him. Oh, that last one got it too. Alright, well this is, come on. Let's resign so we can move on to this last game. I know you really want to get this Titan out and it's like save the world or something. And we have a Titan. Everyone cheer and celebrate for the arrival of the Titan. That stupid bird brain Titan. You know, when you think about it, birds are really pretty dumb. Like, why do they always fly into my window in my house? I guess they don't do it during the winter because they're not really around too much. But yeah, during the summer, like, I sit in this front room and, like, in the morning, plonk, plonk. One killed himself, actually, flying into my window. Like, I look outside and there's this bird just dead right underneath my window. Yeah, window's too clean. Alrighty. Finally, that was a little bit long. Joe should have resigned earlier. He actually resigned with the score lead. That entertains me. That's just because he killed so many more units and lost a lot of useless villagers. Man. Holy cow. Yeah, he had, what? Like almost 40 caravans. Wow. Anyway, we are running out of games to play here. At most, we have just 2 more games left. Alrighty, so I need to move one more recorded game to my folder, and we are going to go to game 6 out of a 7-game series. So we will get to game 5, game 6. Okay, here we go. Game 6. Get it in my folder. Nope, that's not it. Wrong folder. I'd never be able to find it, and I've been looking for it for like 5 minutes trying to figure out where I put it. Alright, so game 6, and actually I will be back in 1 minute. I really need to use the restroom and get a water. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. A brief 1 minute intermission. Alrighty. Intermission is over. I hope you have your popcorn. We are moving on to Game 6 in this 7-game series. So, Game 6. Ra versus Oranos. Whoa! Oh, how would I get to the right screen in the overlay? Hold on. Alrighty. Okay, so Game 6, spawning on the top is Shelty in the red, and he is sticking with Oranos. Spawning on the bottom is Joe in the blue, and he has switched now to the third Egyptian god of the series, Ra. Now, I would think I would set into Ra is a, or not set into Ra, set into Oranos is a better matchup than Ra into Oranos. I would have stayed as set if I were Joe.
Into in wedge.
I would also not get hunting dogs here, but would get husbandry instead. Hunting dogs will not really... With 800 food, hunting dogs does not pay for itself. Now, theoretically, he does have more hunt over here, but I don't think it's realistic that he'll get it. If I were him, he's even got idle town center time here. If I were him, I would just get husbandry, a monument, 2 town center, and go from there. So we are looking at the map here. Oh, we're in a Sekhmet costume. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's look at the town centers here. So it's all pretty much side town center. This one is kind of a little bit more forward, being Shelty's third. Not terrible for him. One thing, you know, that Joe's town center's kind of close to gold. Man, look at these. Wow. That is a nice gold mine. Wow. This is the low gold mine variant of Ghost Lake, I have noticed. There are actually only... Each player only has 2 additional gold mines. So, if you don't notice, which most people don't, there actually is a variation on the number of gold mines that spawn on maps. And Ghost Lake has the fewest possible gold mines that can spawn, and we see it here. 3 is the lowest. So there's 1 here, 1 here, and then 2 right here. So this is a very important spot here for Shelty, because if he ever loses this spot early on in the game, well, it's over for him. Joe's gold mines are all right. I'd say pretty decent for Ghost Lake, but still pretty risky. See, I don't like him getting this, going to this hunt. It's a lot of Vil walking time for a hunt that you'll probably get pushed off early on, when you could instead just, because, let me get on this soapbox for a little bit. So as Ra, you're going to be going Ptah, which you then get Shaduf for your cheaper farms, and you'll be switching to farming at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Even though he's got hunting dogs, any resources that he saves or collects because he gets faster hunting is lost in all of the walking time here and then the walking time back. At this point, his villagers should just be on his goats, because you're not going to need them after you switch to farms anyway. And then you just 2 town center fast heroic, or 2 town center, or just 2 town center slinger spam, Wadjet spam. But he is aging up now. But yeah, this is not good. Not good. A lot of walking. And Shelty should be advancing fast to push that off. So he will be at 430. So he should be able to push that off. And then it's just a lot. It's just he spent 200 resources on hunting dogs, and now just all this walking time. I don't like it. Look, there is actually a decent amount of math into Age of Mythology. At least when it comes like economy and stuff. And I am confident that I would be able to prove mathematically that this hunting dogs and then hunting here is worse than just husbandry and staying on goats. Very confident. So again, we'll see kind of what Shelty's been doing the last few games. Just the barracks, counter barracks, Murmillo, Terma, early pressure, which he will then transition into a town center and maybe two, and then just pressure gold mine. I feel like this matchup is worse than versus Set. I don't know why he switched to Ride. Don't know. Ooh, cheaper villager tech or relic. It's actually pretty good. Alright, so it doesn't even look like Joe is getting a town center at all. Maybe now he will. But see now, look, he's getting pushed off a hunt. No, on this map, I would go husbandry against Oranos pretty much every time. But the hunt isn't gonna. It's just husbandry almost every time, unless it's the high initial hunt spawn where you have like 4 or 6 starting boar or auroch. But yeah, he's not even getting a town center. So at this point, Shelty knows he's not getting either town center. Shelty should grab his town center. Stop the military production for now. Get a town center. Because against a Ra who's just completely turtled in his base, you're not going to do any real damage. So you might as well start getting your town center to start getting an eco. Joe is getting pickaxe. That's a very late pickaxe too. I'm not saying it's always better, but on this map, chances are, unless you have your initial starting 4 or 6 hunt in this matchup, most of the time hunting dogs will not work out. It's never like a definite never, because circumstances, like you said, change. You could get hunt next to the town center, but it's just, you know, if he can actually stop this, yeah, he got to it too late. I don't know. I would have kept attacking the blacksmith actually. How much? Yeah, Joe is so slow to advance. I don't know what Joe's doing. Like I can't figure this out. He's going for the one town center like 9:30 advance, and I was watch it because these guys watch it sitting up here like like some sort of call girl or something, waiting for somebody to show up and take her away. Well, they got taken away. All right, hey, he is getting 2 town centers. I mean, I like to get out my crystal ball and take a look at things, but just how this is going so far, I'm thinking we're going to a game 7. I'm pretty excited because he's at 8 minutes transitioning to farm as Ra. This baffles. I'm baffled by what I see. And if Joe pulls out a victory with this, maybe I'm gonna have to change everything I do when I play Ra. But right now, I'm baffled. And I like that word too, baffle. It's such a weird word, but it's awesome. Like, this is confusing to me. This is, I mean, this is just, I guess he could actually park right here. Park right underneath this tower. Ooh, did not quite get the Pharaoh. Yeah, see, this just isn't quite worth it. He's losing a lot of HP on his units here. And get out of here with that. Yeah, so Shelty's at 2 town centers, almost at 3. Joe casting rain now. Needs to get his Pharaoh empowering. I think he just now is... I don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Call girl dressed as a Wadjo. Wouldn't you like that? Okay, Joe is now advancing. Shelty is housed, I think. Don't know how you can be housed when you have, well, almost 2 town centers. I don't know how badly he housed himself, but is he running in? See, here is, I guess he did get the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh pickoff is important. This is like the... I want the plows. Hey, you guys, I try to keep my streams very, very good for the kiddos. But I do appreciate that. Yeah, so now he's continuing to empower his granary with his priest as opposed to the town center. Yeah, you're right. Shelty, where is he going to go to get his gold? Like, his gold mine is gone. He does have 1,400 in the bank. He's making his Migdal here. And yeah, all he needs to do, like, again, I would do a little walling. I'd send a guy down here and just wall, and then wall, just to be a pain. Don't go in. What are you doing? Like, he's being a little bit... Like, even killing that, I don't think is worth it. And, like, running, this is... What's he doing? But you can't mythic, though. What is he going to mythic with? He would be mythicking with no resources and no gold. Which it looks like that might be what he's doing. Yeah, that's what he's going to do, but... There's no way he should win this. Like, he has nothing. But this is where Shelty needs to wall. I mean, it can work okay, but he just doesn't have any, like, this is his army. Right here. We have a locust. Did get 2 farms. Alright. I mean, Shelty should be aging up soon. Okay, he is. See, again, Hyperion is a really good choice here. Because it's pure... Yeah, Chemo did it at situations, but he was a lot faster. Chemo was mythic by 11 minutes. Joe, because he farted around and did nothing for so long, is like, he's mythic, what, 12:30? That's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes slower than how Chemo would do it. Kill the... There you go. Also got a... Come on now. He's also got a lot of, like, villagers in weird spots. Like, why are they woodcutting here? Very strange. See, like, now, because his entire army is chasing this, he isn't blocking the settlement or the gold mine. Like, this... He's got 17 troops for 3. Like, I just... Like, what is... I don't know. This is a little bit frustrating that he allowed this to happen without any... Like, anything at all. See, if I were Shelty, I would probably be grabbing this town center, too. This isn't a good chaos. Like, he's having to use chaos because he's just out of position. Shelty is full pop. Not up yet. Now he's getting raided by this chaos he wasted. See, like, you try to get the myth unit with. I mean, he's still going to kill it anyway. But now he needs to watch out. This is a winning fight for Joseph. You can get him out. The chariots are dumb. I don't know. Shelty is kind of throwing this away with just some poor army management. I mean, 7 raiding units kept his entire army back. Yes, half his pop is chasing 3 units. I said that. More than half. And like now what needs to happen, because he sees the Osiris forward, he should send one of his military groups to the gold mine. And see, now this is what we're worried about here, is if Joe takes control of this right here, Shelty has no more gold. Ooh, nice shift. You needed that. Ooh, it's still not gonna be enough though. Does he have... Oh man, this is... He went too far forward. You need to keep a rock with your Son of Osiris. Okay, Son of Osiris dead, so that's gonna be the end of this push here. So this Joe push here is gonna be done. And he is making Contarius. I like that. Okay, that push is over. Losing Osiris like that, you gotta have a rock. It looks like Shelty is maybe up soon. Yeah, he's up PKT. So, Game 7. Are we gonna see a reverse sweep? Man. Yeah, Joe was just too slow. Just his doinking around building the farm at 7 minutes. I don't know. It was too slow. I mean, the strategy can work, but he was just too slow. Man, going to a Game 7. I'm excited, even though it means I'm staying up past like 1 o'clock, way past my bedtime. So we are at 3-3. This is it. Game 7. Might I remind you guys, no spoilers, please and thank you. So this is the deciding match. This is for all the marbles. What is the prize pool, like $100 for the winner or something? For $100 or thereabouts. I don't think my code is working. I'll put that in here real quick. So, alrighty. Game number 7. I need to move it into my folder. And we will get this going in just a minute. This is exciting. Game 7. I'm glad I did this. My little birthday stream right here. Alright, let's get Game 7. Copy. Paste it over to my folder here. So we have gone the full gamut, 5,000 from my bank account. No, thank you. Boy, if my wife ever found out that like I put money towards like the ancient mythology community, not good. Which is why I don't. So yes, so we are moving into Game 7. Here it is. Woohoo! Game 7. I'm about as excited as I can be at 1 o'clock in the morning. Alrighty, so we will get this back to RTS League Rec. Minimize this, minimize that. Appreciate all you guys that are sticking with me in this late night stream, or early morning stream, I guess it could be for all you Europeans. And for you guys in New Zealand and Australia, geez, I haven't a clue. Alright, Game 7, here it is. We will start this right now. Game 7, Isis Oranos on Marsh. This is a nice map. I'm glad we ended on Marsh. Marsh always been my favorite. You're skipping classes to what? Don't do that. Anyway, on the bottom is Shelty. He is sticking with Oranos. On the top left is Joe in blue. He is switched back to Isis. Man, and on Marsh, I love this map. My favorite map in the game. First thing I am seeing here are two town centers close to each other. This is nice for the Isis, because if he gets this, he can mercenary push to this town center. 1:42 a.m. in Ohio. Man, it is 12:42 here in Illinois. I don't work tomorrow, which is today, and it's my birthday. So, anyway, we're looking at this map here. So, Isis is on the top left against Oranos in the bottom right. Gold mines, usually not a problem in Marsh. Marsh typically gets some pretty close second gold mines. So, Joe's is a little bit divided by this tree line here, but shouldn't be a big deal. And Shelty's got a really nice gold mine just right opened up into his base. We've got a relic here that increases the attack of buildings. This pharaoh already grabbed one. I didn't see what it was. Wait a minute. We've got 2 tower and building relics. Whoo! Increases villager hit points. That's big. And which one did Joe grab? Pegasus Scout. It's kind of, for Isis, not really important. So it's interesting that Joe switched to Isis. His Ra was really uninspiring. His Isis is his main god. Shelty typically plays Loki, but he lost with Loki, lost with Thor, lost with Set, and then won 3 straight with Oranos, and that's how we got to our 3-3 tie. And this is Game 7. This is the last game. If he would have known it would have been Marsh, he probably would have liked to have gone Loki, but he did not know. So nice to see quite a variety of gods in this series, and variety of games. And now we are on to Game 7. Isis versus Oranos is always... It's just interesting what the Oranos could be doing here. I mean, we'll probably see that so far it's worked okay for Shelty. Is just the standard barracks, counter barracks, push. He did get just a little pressure here with that priest. I'm kind of surprised he didn't keep it up. Like, I would, if I were him, I would just keep attacking this villager, actually. He'd actually end up sending this villager back at some point. I would pressure that. So we'll probably see barracks, counter barracks, a little bit of early push, then probably a second town center, and then Joe will go fast heroic. Ancestors Eclipse push. I doubt he will do any sort of pre-siege. It didn't work the last game. I'd be surprised if he did it again, especially in a high hunt map. So we'll probably see Joe fast heroic, and probably with this town, you might even get a second town center and grab this one. I mean, look at all this hunt this town center commands. That is a ton of hunt. This town center nice too, but I won't see Shelty grabbing it. So Shelty do a 430 again, probably. Ooh, Joe is going up as Anubis fast. He's already 40% up. I like this. So, no ancestors. Eclipse. We'll probably see Anubis into Hathor. I like Anubis. He's even... Okay, I didn't touch on these. I'd mentioned these relics, but there are 2 relics that increase building attack. If the Egyptian can get those, that makes his towers beastly. And there is a forward gold mine. He's sitting on it. Looks like he might just use snakes right away. Which, if you just hit Alt-S, snakes do almost no damage to villagers. So just Alt-S them, and they won't do much damage. You can just tank it for a while. You'll have to garrison in a bit. It's, I mean, I'm actually, but he has this safe one here. Like, he should just be switching over. Like, you have that there. I'm sure he knows it's there. Oh, he didn't scout it! He did not get his gold mine. It's like almost in tower range, and he didn't scout it. That could cost him the series. Wow. Did Joe get it? No, he didn't, but he's going to find it. Wow, because like he can't even gather gold. He didn't even scout it either. Like, Shelty cannot gather gold right now. So he can't make military build. He might like have enough for a couple. He needs to make sure it doesn't lose hit points though. Like, so I mean, at least he's gathering resources so that he can like forego food later. And he's got a nice little raid here. But that is oh man, Joe's not seeing this. Oh, now he saw it. So he's waiting to get his 3rd Murmillo out, and then he'll cast Valor. There we go. Oh, don't lose your villager. Oh, that was like a half a split second before it died. Oh my god, keep me. Ooh, 1 hit point left. Oh man, like I would almost like be tempted just to heroize that and finish off that. Man, that's huge that he did not scout that gold mine though. And either Joe didn't either. Now Joe in that time has gotten a 2nd town center. That's pretty huge. Hey, Mr. Tuss Revenge Cyclone, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Idle here. He should be sending his... Okay, so yeah, he's going to have to send those back. He might be able to get... I would... See, I would have shockwaved their way out of here. I would have shockwaved them because he would have gotten 1 kill at least, maybe 2. But that's alright. Yeah, Joe probably could have just sat on this, but this is the safe play, is to get that town center. But yeah, nobody has scouted. It's surreal that it's right there and nobody knows that it's there. So Joe is probably going to go up heroic now. He's still a bit a ways from it, actually. No, he's building the barracks and almost lost his pharaoh. Get the pharaoh. Oh, got the pharaoh back in. He is going to be able to keep hunting, though. Okay, these villas are a little bit... Okay, yeah, you can... Kind of annoying that he actually get on garrison his relic accidentally. See, at this point, I think this pressure is a little bit needed. Oh, he's actually got the Anubite stuck, but he can jump out. That's what makes Anubites pretty awesome. He doesn't have the upgrade yet. I feel like Shelty should be grabbing a town center. Probably this one, because now would be his chance to get it. He just has hunting dogs. Like to see him get pickaxe soon. Maybe he was getting it. Nope, no pickaxe on the way. Shelty does have 2 tech upgrades. Just, yeah, you just push on here, keep him idle. You know this is his hunt, so he has to keep coming back to it. You got your line of sight back here, so you know he's not hunting here. You got your line of sight here, you know he's not hunting there. Where did that almost dead villain? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, you just keep the pressure on. That's good. Keep it on. Yeah, that's what you got to do as Oranos. You don't want to lose units, but you need to keep, like, I mean, just look at this. You have like 15 villagers idle right there without losing a single unit and only losing like 10 hit points on a Murmillo. Like, this is good. You need to keep the pressure, but you can't be suicidal. That's sometimes I think the problem that a lot of Oranos get is they pressure, but they're also suicidal. Suicide is never good. Think of the people you leave behind. Okay, surrounds, yeah, the Anibite hops into his death. I've seen that before, usually when I'm playing. And yeah, all these wood, like, they're gathering wood, but the wood is just kind of pointless. I mean, what's he gonna do? Make 30 slingers? Like, what he wants to do, I think what it would be nice for him to do is to chop a hole through this wood so he can get some of these boar under his town center. But yeah, with no hunt, I mean, he's got plenty of pigs, but missing out on the hunt, while Shelty's got access to hunt. It's fairly significant. But I was kind of hoping that this missed gold mine would come into more play. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Okay, so he's got this Pegasus floating around. I like to see a manor here, a little brawl star. Love to see a manor. Okay, here it is. I'd also love to see him delete a manor and put another one here. Alright, so now he needs to move his army down here and just protect this town center from keep it going. I feel like despite, like, Joe could have done more damage here. I feel like Shelty's in a pretty decent position now. He's forcing Joe to do more of a classical fight than what Joe probably wanted. Again, we talked about this in one of the early matches, is that slingers just, because they're so slow, it's hard to do much with them. And at least this time, like the other game on the Oasis game, he was a little too far forward. This time he's keeping them really close to the town center. That's what you gotta do. In fact, I'd kind of say this pressure here by Shelty is a little bit unnecessary. Okay, that's a good shockwave, but I still feel like this is unnecessary. Unnecessary aggression. He's losing too many units here. Like, the aggression is only worth it if he's keeping villagers idle. Not a single villager is idle with this. So this was poor aggression. Look at all the turmoil he lost. This not good aggression. Yeah, the Pharaoh, like, he should be empowering. Okay, so he is now moving to this hunt. Did Shelty scout that hunt? He did. Okay, so he is properly predicting. But see, the problem is he might have lost too many units in this useless attack here that he might not be able to push Joe off of that hunt. And Joe just clicked up age 3. Go and Nephthys. Okay, good pressure here. Keep him off the hunt. He's almost out of pigs. I feel like Joe could almost at this point keep the hunt. And Shelty, how's his eco a little bit out of line here? 1200 wood. Like, what's up with that? He should get, since he has all these heroes roaming around, he needs to get these relics for increasing the building attack. Like, even for, ooh, this is, ooh. Well, if you can get the Pharaoh, there he goes. That's actually useful. But again, this attack, I wouldn't really say, at least this bottom portion of it isn't worth it. But if he can Get in here. Yeah, see, this attack again. He's losing too many units here. Now he's forced ancestors. He's got to run through. He's going to lose a lot of these Terma. They're all locked up here. Okay, that was a bad fight by Joe or Shelty again. Did he use prosperity a little bit? Yeah, he's only all these are idle. Then he did the old classical half a gold mine away. Okay, now it's looking. Shelty's a little bit behind. Oh, I can't check what he's. Yeah, he's way behind right now. Just that little early aggression on his gold mine really did hurt quite a bit. He'd finally find this gold mine too, which is helpful. But like now, he's got to wait for the ancestors to be done. So he's like, even here he turned around to fight a little bit too soon, but now he should be able to punish, like even block this right here, put like a counter barracks here, and you can kill all of these slinger. That's too bad. You could have killed all of them with a building block. He's putting them in the siege tower. Does he have this scouted? See, he's also now got a little bit of a problem where he's got some poorly positioned oracles. He should have put it so where he could see this gold mine, and this one should be put where he can see the settlement. But down here, getting this Migdal built. Yeah, see, it would be so much better for Shelty right now if he had killed all of these slinger. Just don't think he can. I don't think he can hold this pressure. Now, if we had somebody like Cyclone playing, this game would have been over already. Now he's trying to get his third town center. Too late. 14 minutes to be grabbing that third town center. That's too late. I don't think he's going to be able to hold this. I am thinking it's a little bit grim for the Shelty. There's just a lot of siege towers here he's got to deal with, and with the mercenaries being able to come too, it's a lot of firepower that Joe has access to. And yeah, that's town center is definitely gonna go down. Maybe not quite right away, but it will. Yeah, that town center's down. Joe is solidifying all sorts of map control. Probably be able to grab this town center, I would think. And these mercenaries just do so much work. Does it have the Pierce upgrade too? That's good. Oh, almost made it into the house, but not quite. He did get his second town center, but now Joe is picking up quite a sizable lead, and I don't think Shelty is close to age 3 at all. Now he's not even training villagers right now. He has no food. And a little bit of a raid down here. He's losing all of his military buildings up there. See, like if I were, like, it almost would be worth it for Shelty here if he would have gotten these 2 building relics, is to like tower up here. But I don't know. Neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm thinking it is GG. Just don't think there's anything that he can do. Really, just that delay on that gold mine, it's just remarkable how much it did. How much it put Shelty behind. Like, that delay allows for the free town center, and just too slow for Shelty beyond to get his eco going after that early gold mine push. So we got chariots, slinger. I think he will be getting this town center soon. There he is, getting it now. He is at full pop. Shelty is trying to get enough to go H2. Look at that, 2,300 food. Like Shelty had opportunities. Just got a little careless here with some army a few times. And not scouting this early gold mine right away did hurt. Otherwise, I think he was just too slow to get his economy going. But yeah, I mean, he's quite a sizable score lead. 4-2 town center, and you're the Oranos on the 2. Yeah, I guess it's happened before, but I don't think it's gonna happen here. Shelty should be aging up. He is aging up with Thea. I just don't see what that's gonna do for him. 70% up. Like Contarius would be helpful here. Uh-oh. He might not even get his bird. Yeah, I don't think no more birdie. Bye-bye birdie. So he's getting his dryads out. Trying something. I'm surprised he does not have any Pierce armor upgrades though, being Shelty. I mean, you just look at this pure Pierce armor or Pierce damage army outside of just really the tank elephants. But yeah, I don't think there's anything Shelty can do against this push. I mean, elephants for the meat shield, chariots for the damage, slingers for the terma. Don't think so. Was he trying to age up? I don't really see how he'd have the economy. Cho is aging up though to Osiris. As soon as buddy Osiris shows up on the battlefield, I think that's it for Shelty. So you see, I mean, Shelty, yeah, look, oh man, he's pushing back. That's just because Joe is aging up, and you know, as soon as Osiris shows up, this is gonna be reverting back to what it just was. Shoot. And now his gold mine is gone down here, so he's gonna have a lack of gold for a while. And I mean, this gold mine, I believe, is underneath the watch of the Pegasus here. Yep, sure is. So pretty soon, Shelty will be on a gold mine that is scouted by Joe. Joe's probably been wondering, like, where's this guy getting his gold from? He never scouted this gold mine here, but he'll find out in just a minute that all these villagers are up here, and he can just send his army up here, and Shelty will be gold blocked, and that will be a GG. And now he's up Osiris, so yeah, just cast Osiris, send it all up here, and pretty sure as soon as these units show up here, it will be the GG. Son of Osiris will just destroy this entire army. Here comes some more villagers. What are they gonna do? These poor guys. Oh man. So yeah, hide Osiris in your siege tower. Yep. This guy, properly used, he's a tough cookie to kill. Because yeah, anytime you go and get stuff for him, just pop him in the siege tower, and what's gonna happen? Nothing. Look at that coward. The strongest unit in the game hiding in a siege tower. And that is GG, man. Well, what turned out is a 3-0 advantage for Joe. Went 3-3, and then Joe won that final game. So what a good series. I enjoyed it. I'm kind of glad I saved it for like a week and a half to watch it all without knowing what happened. So that was pretty awesome. Really nice series. So we can say that Mr. Joe is the winner of the 2018-2019 Age Mythology 1v1 tournament. So congratulations to Mr. Joe. I know he's not here, and this is just a recorded game stream, like a minute or like a week and a half late. But GG's to both players. Really appreciate it. This series, really nice series, and well played to Mr. Joe, who in the end, the Egyptians emerged victorious. And who knows, maybe if Shelty had played Oranos all the way through, he might have won the series, because he lost as Loki game 1, he lost as Thor game 2, he lost as, I believe it was Set game 3. Yes, it was Set game 3, and then he won Oranos 4, 5, 6, and then lost with Oranos game 7. So GG's. We'll take a quick look at the post game. Kill-loss ratio just starts coming into effect there. Once saw that Migdal Chariot Slinger combination showed up, and that was the end. Really, the economy was okay for Shelty. Just lost too many units there for a little bit, and then wasn't able to keep up the pressure. I guess I can update this score here. Get to my overlay. So Joe 4, Shelty 3. That is the end of the winter tournament. I see a couple GG's by Mr. Weaver, and yeah, bud, yes, GG's. If you managed to stick around from the beginning, great series. If you just saw a few games, it's a little bit. Well, I don't know if it would have been 7 games in a row with Oranos, though. I think he probably would have picked up a game or two in the beginning. I mean, obviously, it would be completely different. I mean, yeah, throw out hypotheticals, but I mean, when you, in a 7-game series, you give up the first 3 games, just yeah, you gotta win the next 4. It's tough. So anyway, we will close this down, and it is now 1 o'clock my time, and I'm probably gonna have to be up at about 6:30 to feed the baby, and then away we go with the next day. So I'm glad I was able to get this all done, and I actually managed to stay awake. So I hope everybody enjoyed their stream of the series. I appreciate everyone that stuck it out, and those that joined halfway through. Appreciate all you guys. And today, my birthday. I was a Valentine's Day baby. I am now 31. I'm streaming games at 1 in the morning. What can you say? Some people have weird hobbies. So yeah, I gotta get some power, a 5-hour nap. Maybe I'll be able to take a nap later. Anyway, it looks like my stream has died again. Must be a bug. So I don't know if this is still going through or not. Is it? I'm seeing red, like I'm dropping frames like crazy. Cranky wife can enjoy dinner. We actually had our dinner tonight. I don't know if, like last night, we had our dinner. Alright, now my stream's looking okay. I've been dropping some frames tonight. We've been having ice storms here lately, so it's been cutting power out and internet and stuff. But yeah, thanks for the happy birthday wishes. Appreciate it. Thank all you guys again tuning in. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. What is it, Thursday? It's Thursday now. So yeah, have a good Thursday, a good Friday, and a good weekend. I'll catch all you guys some other time. And that is all. Good night, good morning, or good afternoon to wherever you may